the world's most dangerous bugs. Number 10. The pus caterpillar. Caterpillars may look cute and harmless, but looks can be deceiving. Poisonous caterpillars live on 4 continents. About 1,000 poisonous species live in the North American. The pus caterpillar is a nasty one. The pus caterpillars are covered with long, red-brown hair. Their coats appear fuzzy and soft. They look like the sort of creature a child might try to pet, but doing that will be a big mistake. When frightened, pus caterpillars arch their backs like angry cats. Their hair rises and reveals sharp spines. Each spine is connected to a poison-filled gland. The spine acts like a needle. It injects a burst of poison into anything it touches. The poison causes burning, pain, swelling, and numbness. In severe cases, it can cause high fever, vomiting, and paralysis. And that's no fun for anyone. Number 9. The human botfly. What's under your skin? Maybe it's a human botfly. If so, you could be dinner. The trouble begins when the botfly reproduce. They look for a warm, moist place on a person's body to lay their eggs. Larvae and maggots hatch from the eggs and burrowed into the skin. The maggots feed on human tissues, often in the brain and eyes. The human host itches, swells, and breaks out into sores. Some victims vomit and have headaches. In rare cases, the person is left blind. After 20 to 60 days, the maggots push from under the skin and drop to the ground. At that point, they molt into pupae. Soon, they are mature flies. Surely, more dangerous bugs exist, but the human botfly could be the grossest. Number 8. The brown recluse. One type of brown recluse spider is common in the southern United States. This threatening spider often crawls into bedding or piles of clothes. When it bites, the brown recluse releases venom. This poison causes burning and stinging along with vomiting and exhaustion. At first, the spider's venom blisters and blackens the skin. Then it opens a sore that heals so slowly. If at all, in extremely rare cases, the brown recluse spider can be deadly. Many brown recluse victims end up with a deep scar. It forever marks the place of the bite. Number 7. Scorpion. At least 40 types of scorpions live in North America. One type is found as far north as Illinois. Like spiders, scorpions are arachnids, which means they have 8 legs. They also have a pair of crab-like pincers in front of, and a dangerous stinger at the tip of the tail. Scorpions hide in cracks and dark places. They feed on other bugs, lizards, mice, and even other scorpions. They use their poisonous stings on humans and only rarely. A scorpion stings cause burning pain. Victims drool, shake, and feel confused. They can suffer stomach cramp. The age of a bite victims affects their risk. Children younger than 5 are far more likely to die from a scorpion bite than adults. But adults who are stung several times also face serious risk. Number 6. The black widow. You do not want to come across a female black widow spider, especially if you are a male black widow spider. Black widows won their name from the female habits of eating the male soon after mating. His death makes her a widow. Female black widows release venom when they chomp into the skin of a human and other creatures. The venom is 15 times as powerful as a rattlesnake venom. Fortunately, for their human victims, the amount of venom is too small to kill most people, but victims endure horrible pain, rigid muscles, sweating, and breathing problems. These symptoms can go on for days. In 4 of every 100 cases, the victim never recovers. Number 5. The deer tick. Deer ticks are about the size of a sesame seed. You might not even notice one crawling onto your skin. The ticks prefer to fill up on the blood of a deer or mice, but they sometimes bite other creatures, including humans. A deer tick will stay attached, drinking blood, for up to 4 days before falling off the host's body. Each year, deer ticks infect thousands of people with Lyme disease. The disease begins with a rash around the tick bite. It looks like a bullseye. Early symptoms include headaches and fever. Later, victims may have stiff joints and heart problems. Few victims die, but their suffering can go on for years. Number 4. The Africanized bee. One sting from an Africanized bee is nothing to worry about. It is no more dangerous than a sting from a common honeybee. The trouble is, Africanized bees don't give out stings in small numbers. Africanized bees attack in swarms. Their victims may be stung thousands of times. That many stings can kill. In 1957, a small group of African queen bees escaped from a lab in Brazil. They mated with local bees and created the more aggressive Africanized bees. They've been moving north ever since, reaching Texas in the 1990s. Over the years, Africanized bees earned the nickname killer bees. Their attacks have killed about 1,000 people in the South American, Central American, and Mexico. In the United States, they're responsible for 15 deaths. Number 3. The kissing bug. The kissing bugs are anything but lovable, also called assassin bugs. Their insects drink the blood of sleeping people. Kissing bugs get their name because they often bite victims around the mouth and nose. Some types of kissing bugs have a painless bite. Other types have a bite that some experts believe is the most painful of an insect. The real danger comes from the bite. Kissing bugs spread Chagas disease. Some victims become sick right away. They suffer a rash, fever, and vomiting. Often the skin near one eye will swell. Only a few of these victims die. Other victims live for years with the disease lurking in their blood. They may experience heart and digestive problems 20 to 30 years after being bitten. Number 2. The Tistis fly. One bite from a Tistis fly can put a person to sleep for good. Found only in Africa, the Tistis fly spreads a deadly disease known as the sleeping sickness. Tistis flies have a long, needle-like mouthpart. They use it to drink human blood. As they drink, the Tistis fly passes along a tiny parasite. That parasite infects the human nervous system. At first, the victim feels like they have the flu. They run a fever and feel cold and tired. Soon, they lose all their strength. Their brain swells, and they become cranky and confused. They fall into a coma. Thousands never awaken. Number 1. Mosquitoes. Most people would agree that mosquitoes are among the most annoying bugs in the world, but many people don't realize the real dangers of the pest buzzing around their ears. Mosquitoes spread many diseases, including yellow fever, West Nile virus, and encephalitis. But the greatest threat comes from malaria. As they bite, mosquitoes inject a small amount of saliva into their victim's blood. Some mosquitoes' saliva contains the parasite that causes malaria. Each year, malaria affects about 300 million people across Africa, South America, and Asia. It destroys blood cells and clogs the flows of blood. But most death occurs in Africa, where a child dies from malaria every 30 seconds. No other bugs or animal kills as many people. These were the 10 most dangerous bugs. 10 is the pus caterpillar, 9 the human botfly, 8 the brown recluse spider, 7 scorpion, and 6 the black widow spider, 5 the deer tick, 4 the Africanized bee, 3 the kissing bee, and 2 the tis fly, and number 1 the mosquito.